What are you doing?
What's that?
I don't know. It looks like toothpaste.
This is petroleum jelly. This is the same thing you put on the baby's butts.
Baby butt. Baby butt. Baby butt.
So why do I have petroleum jelly in the glue box?
I don't know.
Here is a new bottle of shoe goo. Shoe goo is one of my favorite glues to have. It's waterproof, it dries fast, it's easy to use. It's pretty cheap, you can find it anywhere and everywhere. Just good stuff. So you put a little bit of petroleum jelly on your finger. You can put a little bit more. It's to help make it easier to open later with the cap. So you need to actually smear it around the rings and not the tip.
Okay, I'll do it again. Get that. Nah. I'm a cap.
All the way
A
around.
pyramid cap.
Now go ahead and put the lid back on.
Put the lid on.
Did it screw on nice and easy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you ever end up getting glue inside the cap or around the opening of the glue bottle, glue stick, glue cartridge, glue container.
There's another one.
Yeah, that one's almost gone. So can you take the lid off?
Are you gonna put this in here?
See?
You're gonna put that?
Even a child can take the lid off because I put the petroleum jelly around the rings of the glue container so that it will always be easy to crack open the
Wait a minute,
lid.
what if little kids got into the glue and then they started gluing everything?
Well, you need to keep the glue up high
Hey.
so that little kids can get to it.
Hey, Lucy, smell it. Ugh.
That smells disgusting.
Don't smell the glue. That's not meant to be smelled.
Daddy, can I see
So I always keep a bottle of petroleum jelly inside the glue drawer or the glue box or wherever you keep glue. So you're always reminded to put petroleum jelly on the threads, the opening of any new glue bottle, so they'll always be ready to be opened and will never get glued shut.
Yes, glued shut. Bad.
So my wife's car trim is starting to come off. That's what I'm going to use the shoe goo for. I've already used pretty much every drop out of this container. Not only does the petroleum jelly help to keep the cap from getting glued shut, it also keeps the glue fresh and wet and keeps it from drying out. So here you can see all of the glue that I've put on the back side of this thing. Another great trick, especially with shoe goo, if you have a little bit of water, you can actually dip your finger in the water and you can use your wet finger to smear the glue, make it, flatter, and it's not going to stick to your finger at all. Alright, I'm gonna get my fingers all wet because I know I'm gonna have to smear some of this glue that's going to end up squeezing out when I press this against the car. Now, this definitely is not a professional job. I would take more time if you're doing this on a nicer, newer car, or even use something else. But this is an old car, so I'm not too worried about some glue showing in the end. And if it does dry on your fingers or dry in a place that you don't want it to, it peels off pretty easy. So, these are all reasons why it's one of my favorite glues to use. It's very easy to work with. It's been more than a week and it holds strong, and because it's more than a week, I'm late posting this video. But some other really great uses for shoe goo because it's waterproof. It is fantastic for repairing water toys, tubes, anything that goes in the water. It is fantastic for. Living near Lake Powell, we've repaired many a tube, many a raft, many a water toy with shoe goo.